Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either are any of these blokes. This is Batchat from Yeti Clan. Yeti Clan, a relatively new clan on the Australian and Asia server, made up with some pretty dank players, if I do say so myself. Now, Batchat live streams on Twitch. There'll be a link down the bottom, down there somewhere, once the video's over, and I encourage you to go and have a look because you'll learn a lot more from him than you will from me. I'll tell you what, he's a much better player than I am. A very, very good player indeed. Now, today's video is a Tier 8 Extravaganza. That's correct. Extravaganzas seem to be the flavour of January, and today's no exception. Batchat in the M41 Walker Bulldog. Now, the M41 Walker Bulldog, last time I had it, I think it had an 8 or a 10 shot auto-loader. That's been hit on the head with the changes to the light tanks, and out of today's videos, he won't be happy about missing that one, out of today's videos, of course,
we didn't even scratch
a little bit triggered there. Today's videos, 3 of today's 4 videos are going to feature light tanks. Standard light tanks, a premium light tank, a heavy tank, some Bradley Walters, even a collar Banoff's medal in today's video. It's an absolute extravaganza indeed. Now, Batchat in the M41 Walker Bulldog, 76mm gun it's got, 170 average damage, 175 penetration. Now, I've got the M4190, which has got a 90mm gun, and it's often compared to this tank, but of course that was invented, or brought into the game, before the changes to the light tanks, and that's why it's a little bit different, I guess. Anyway, 0-1's the score. He hasn't had too much luck yet, my old mate Batchat from Yeti Clan in the M41 Walker Bulldog. You can see he's got Coca-Cola running as a premium consumable, which that's what all the kids are doing these days, running premium consumables. That's going to help his reload time, his aim time, more importantly his view range, and of course his camouflage rating being a light tank. He's down by a couple of tanks, 0-3, but he hasn't given up. He's sitting in the cap circle, not to try and cap this one out, but more so because it's an encounter mode. By him being on the cap circle, that's preventing that Comet from getting any cap points. And he's done the right thing. He baited that Comet around the corner and picked up his first kill. Now, hopefully nobody will be able to see him now. That Comet certainly would have been lighting up Batchat in his M41 Bulldog. And I'll tell you what, I had some absolutely awesome games in this tank when I had it. Now, he finally lands a shot on that T97. Lot of shit happening in the chat, let's be frank, and that's unfortunately it's the only thing I don't like about the Australian server. I'm loving the new connection, I'm loving the connection speeds, but some of the morons that think they can be pretty cool in the chat, exactly that, absolute morons. But anyway, 2-5's the score. Batchat's got the only 2 kills of the game. He's going to have to do it all by himself, by the looks of it. By the looks of it. Looking towards a T25 too. Puts a couple of shots into him. Goes a bit sideways. Thinks, what the hell is going on there? 1226 damage. 4-6 though. His teammates are finally making a little bit of a comeback. It gets a little bit of air. That's what you do in a light tank. You've got to get a little bit of air. Fires clutch towards some of the lower tier tanks over there. Now, of course, when you're a top tier light tank, such as Batchat in his M41 Walker Bulldog, you can often do some pretty cool stuff, and that's what he's going to do. He was hoping for the kill there on that T3485. He just missed out, looking for a shot on the KV2, and says no worries at all. My Walker Bulldog eats KV2s for breakfast, and that evens it up 7 apiece. He's on 3 kills. Somehow they've evened it up. I'm gathering what happened. I think they lost that flank, and they've won that flank. He shoots and tracks the M4. Now he's down to he's happy about that. He knows this one's. He knows he's going to be submitting this one. That's why he's doing all this funny stuff with his mouth. Well, this team is so bad. Says a dead guy. That's really unusual. You never see somebody who's died blaming the rest of the team, do you? Do you? I don't know. He finds the IS-2, which is probably a tank that he really didn't want to find there. He switched to heat rounds. Now, heat rounds are premium ammunition, 170 damage, 210 penetration, 175 with standard is APCR. You're seeing a little bit more of that. There you go. Kill number 5 confirmed. Gets rid of the IS-2. Artillery takes a swing and a miss. It's a pretty good feeling when artillery shoots towards you and misses by, I I reckon that was about 3/4 of an inch. 9-7's the score. The FE4202 might be his next target. No, the VK. There you go. There's one shot. 2 more shots should be enough. He's sticking with the heat rounds. And probably hasn't really got time to change ammunition. Wants to get one more shot in, which will be a... Oh, he tracks him. Misses out in the kill, tracks him. Now, I hope he doesn't shoot the fence. No, he doesn't shoot the fence. Picks up kill number 6. That's the top gun. Got to be happy with that. There's still a tier 8 left on the enemy team. In fact, there's 2. No, there's 3. The M6A2E1. I'm pretty sure that's the mutant tank, which is currently spotted down there in the southwest. The FE4202, the premium British medium tank. That's what he's looking for now. Decides APCR should be enough to get rid of the FV. There you go. Takes him down to 450. He's actually got a hit point advantage over the FV. He'll be hoping that nobody is going to be shooting from the south. That Hellcat has not been spotted this game. Ammo rack gets a little bit damaged from the FE4202. That's not an unusual thing to happen in a light tank. Light tanks, obviously, they're not called light tanks because they're strong, folks. The FV shoots. Yeti pops out, grabs the 7th kill, and did you see that guy's turret? I don't think that guy's turret was red because he was embarrassed. He'd certainly lost that fight, but look, he had a pretty good game. He had 4 kills. He should be pretty happy with that. Bucket, on the other hand, is on 7 kills in the M41. Walker Bulldog, the tier 8 American light tank, running around like an absolute machine, running straight down here, looking for the Crusader. There he is. This will be for a Kolobanov's medal. 1 shot goes into the Crusader. Now the Crusader, that is aiming the wrong way. 2 shots, he's got him tracked, so the next shot should be the kill shot. Hopefully he doesn't stuff it up. No, he doesn't. That's kill number 8. That's the Radley Walters. Yo, Beauty, 12-9 is the score on Erlenberg. It's an encounter mode. 8 minutes to go. Bucket has turned this game around. What were they down by? 3 tanks, maybe 4 tanks. Not too long ago. 2 tanks are currently spotted over there in the west, but the Hellcat has not been spotted all game. We know he wasn't up in the north because he hasn't been AFK or camping up here. Pretty good chance he might be at this little hill over here at G1, and that's where Bucket's going to head for. We'll have a quick mouthful of coffee. He's zooming in and out saying, I'll be sending this one to Stewie pretty soon. That's why he's doing the mouse wiggle. That's what it's called. A mouse wiggle, or the bucket wiggle. Maybe not going to go searching for the Hellcat. Maybe he's looking for the M6A2E1. Now that Hellcat is wiggling around like a man possessed. He's on fire. There goes the, that's that mutant tank, the premium American heavy. I reckon it was a heavy. There's the Hellcat. Hellcat doing Hellcat stuff, kicking back, sniping like an absolute champion. He auto-aims, puts another shot into him. He's back to premium rounds, and that's because he's out of standard ammunition because he's done all of he's done his job. Looks like the Hellcat was trying to kill himself with a ram, but Bucket will say, thank you very much. And quite the terrible tanker in the OI. Bulldog MVP. That's correct. That is absolutely correct. 9 kills will get you an MVP award. Every day of the week, an excellent result for me, old mate Bucket. I highly encourage you to check him out on Twitch. Very, very good player indeed. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, but it's not just an Ace Tanker. Have a look at it. There's medals galore. The Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Demolition Export for blowing the head off that, I think it was that artillery piece around about halfway through the game. The Duelist Fighter, 5 for effect. Duelist, 5 for effect. Not fighter. Anyway, Radley Walters, because he got 9 kills. 1 kill off a Pools medal, but I don't think anyone really stole any kills off him. That would have well deserved. Pascucci's for 2 artillery kills, high caliber, of course, and the top gun. Who did he blow the head off? Would have been that M44. That what's that little tier 6? Poor little bugger. 3,666 damage. The number of the beast, 3,666. 9 kills, 1,545. Base experience, that's a base score. That's not the that's not with a double or anything. That's a base experience score. 37 shots fired, 29 hit, 24 went through, 1,203 assisted damage. Thank you very much. Made some coin, 19,124 credits after tax. He did have a premium consumable running in here. I think some premium rounds because he ran out of standard rounds. But look, you can't blame him for that. He certainly had the Moz on the other team. That was an absolute ripper from Bucket from Yeti Clan. Now, Bucket, I highly recommend. Like I said earlier, check him out on Twitch. The links are down there. I hope he's still doing it. I'm sure he would have told me if he's no longer doing it. But I'm sure I saw him just the other day doing it. Anyway, very good player. Much better than I am, that's for sure. All right, here we go with. This is Think the Bub. This is my old mate Think the Bub. Think the Bub from 1AR. Now, there's no favouritism here. You will agree with me. This is an absolutely fantastic game. Think the Bub's in the auto-loading Swedish heavy tank, the Emil, the first Emil. I've got the second Emil. The first Emil is the tier 8 version. Four bullets in the clip, 105mm gun, 320 average damage, 217 penetration, that's standard, 242 with premium rounds, which is also APCR, which is a little bit confusing for people like me who are easily confused. I think the Bub's on Ensk, and he's just seen the T43 who says, thank you, I'll put one shot into the T43. Going for the tracking shot on the VK, I'm not sure if that's going to, wants to empty his quick, that one ricochets, and he'll say, there you go, no worries, there's the last round. It's I've got a very bad habit in autoloaders of reloading a little bit too early. That's I don't think I'm the only person in the world who does that. You know, I might get 2 out of my 4 shots out, and I might think, oh, I'll take a reload, that way I've got a full clip later on, and then of course 9 times out of 10 some enemy tank pulls out in front of me, and I've stopped doing that because I've been playing a few autoloaders lately, and I've found that getting more shots in, try to find a way to use those shells. You know, even if you're maybe not going to penetrate, even if maybe you're going to, who knows? That's what I've found anyway. Unless all the rest of the team are on the other side of the map, I guess. Anyway, Think the Bub's team, they're down by 1 tank. They only lost 1. It is a tier 8 though. Just 3 tier 8 tanks on each team. Think the Bub's one of them. The Rheinmetall Borsig Waffentrager. Here's another one. And Think the Bub says, that's alright, I'll get you, you cheeky little VK4503. I reckon that's the tier 7 premium German heavy tank, which is not really that heavy. Think the Bub looking through the gaps in the build. It was searching for the red outline on the ONI. Now that ONI's got a pretty big derpy gun, but looks like most of the other tanks on the enemy team that are near him are tier 7 or below. He's still taking his time though, because he knows when he's on the reload, you're pretty much exposed for a decent amount of time. Now the MT25, it's only a little tier 6 light tank. Throws a shell towards the MT25, but of course it's a light tank. He's gonna get out of the way pretty quickly. Looks like he's trying to rearrange the furniture a little bit. He has taken a reload here. That Oni clearly a little bit nervous about moving around. It looks like he's trying to give himself some room between these 2 dead tanks here as that gun reloads. I have quickened up the replay just a little bit. Cops a shell from the T34-3. Now that T34-3, that is that's a premium Chinese medium tank. Loses its engine though, so he fixes it with a quick tap of the 5 key, puts a couple of shells into the AMX M445. Now that AMX M445 is not going to bounce too many shells. He has kept him tracked. He'll be hoping someone kills him. They do, and it is the Tiger P who picks up that kill. 6-7's the score. Not in too much trouble now. Looks like they're trying to claw it back. That looked like an artillery shell from Think the Bub's team. Which clearly missed its target. He lets his teammates know that he's nearly reloaded, just a few seconds to go before he can get that big Swedish gun to work. On the that ONI is going to be a big not a pina colada, what do you call it? A big hit point pinata. That's what they call it over there. Where Chile and all those places. Artillery hits and stuns the ONI, and Think the Bub looking for, he wants to track him. That's the right thing to do. Not only did he track him, but he also damages him. He's taken his time, so he doesn't want to be derp shelled, and he's got 1 bullet left, and this is what I mean about not clipping. He tracks the JP2, which is going to buy him a little bit of time. The A44, is the A44 going to do the right thing and take a shot from the JP2? He is. Very good job, A44. That's Odin from TOG1R clan. Well done, Odin, for doing the right thing and stepping in, saving Think the Bub, because Think the Bub is in the tank that can carry this one. The score's 8-10. The A44 is certainly in a little bit of trouble with that JP2, and the JP2, as a matter of fact, just killed that tank. 8-11 is the score. He's reloaded. He's killed the enemy T43. He's looking towards the tier 8. That's a very good decision. Get rid of that tier 8 medium tank. And here comes that. Oh no! He missed he missed the JP2 and he hit the Tiger P. Sorry about that, old chap. I'm really sorry. That's what he would have been saying. He would have been kicking himself because he doesn't want that Tiger P to die, but unfortunately, he's not going to be loaded before that JP2 is. And now the M44, look at that. The M44 puts a derp shell into the JP2 before being killed by the enemy M44, which is a bit of a dick move. 2 versus 5 now. 10-13's the score. He's nearly loaded. He wants to get rid of that JP2. That's probably the biggest gun on the enemy team. In fact, it's that last remaining Tier 8 tank. Now, the IKV-65-2, that's a Tier 6. Baby Tier 6 Swedish tank destroyer is coming in to try and help him. Is reloaded. He does put a shell into the JP2, but the JP2 kills him, and then Thinktabub picks up the kill on the JP2, the Jag Panther 2, but just before, did you see it? Did you see what I saw? Just before he killed the Jag Panther 2, the Jag Panther 2 actually killed that poor little baby Swedish tank destroyer. They're only, babe, that's only about this big. That means, you know what that means? That means he's in line for a Collar Banoff's medal. Now, he didn't take a reload here. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. There's the Jag Panzer 4, which is a Tier 6 tank destroyer, and there's 3 Tier 6 self-propelled guns. Now, the Jag Panzer 4, you can see on the minimap, was last spotted right in the middle. Pretty good chance that's the tank that might have been capping. I did see a bit of shit in the chat there. The A44 expressing his displeasure. He said, I come to help you and you run away. Well, it was reloading. I don't know. I think the result will speak for itself. I mean, hats off to the A44 player. He did come to help him. He did exactly the right thing. Whether he did it... okay, there's that Jag Panther 4. The first shot bounces the return shell from the Tier 6 German tank destroyer. Puts another shell in, pops in for the 6th kill, and of course that's the Top Gun. He's reloading. Lets his teammates know. Lets anybody who's watching know his teammates that is reloading. And of course the Tiger P, pointing out the obvious here. There's a tank there. Yeah, I know. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm reloading. There's 2 tanks there now. Pull back. He doesn't want the other one. That looks like that's the 3rd artillery fired, which would be the FV304. And pardon me, Thinktabub is just about reloaded now. They're going to go in tandem. It looks like they are. There you go. There's 1 gone. He has been stunned though. There's 2 gone. That's 8 kills and a Radley Walters. And now it's 1 versus 1. Thinktabub from 1AR clan in the Emil 1. And the A44 saying, move up there. That's where they reckon he is. I'm not sure. Now, I know Ensk is a small map, but I'm not sure how small. I'm not sure if the FE304, you just saw it. They just threw a shell over there. The FE304 is definitely faster than the Emil. What can Thinktabub do? Is he going to go hunting for him? He's on 8 kills. He's already confirmed the Radley Walters. Oh, look, I reckon I'd be inclined just to park myself on that cap and make that FV come to me. I reckon that's what I'd be doing. Because that FV304 is pretty quick. It's there you go. The FV304 is just giving his position away. Thinktabub would be saying, you beauty, I've got a minute and a half to get there. Not too bad at all. 8 kills to Thinktabub, 4,814 hit points of damage. There it is. 1 shot should be enough. 9 kills. Let's call it 9 kills. Kiwi Knights from New Zealand. Bad luck, mate. Bad luck. You did well to survive all that time. And let's be honest, Thinktabub's team probably shouldn't have won that game. He probably shouldn't have won it or the team probably shouldn't have won it. Thinktabub certainly deserved the win, that's for sure. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Look at all these accolades. Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, 5 for effect. Collar Banoff's medal, that's for standing alone against 5 enemy tanks and winning. Radley Walters for the 9 kills. Dimitri's medal for killing 3 artilleries and of course the Top Gun. He had plenty to do with the demise of all of those tanks. Topped the score charts comfortably, 5,094 hit points of damage, 9 kills, 1,711 base experience. That's not the fucking that's not a double or anything. That's the base score, 1,711, and of course with premium accounts and daily doubles and all that turns into 6,000. He'll be driving around in one of those Grandwagons before you know it if he keeps playing like this. The A44 looks like he only did one shot of damage. It was an important shot of damage, though. It certainly did save Thadeous and allowed Thadeous to carry on. If you hadn't have done that, that JP2 certainly would have got probably 2 shots into Thadeous, and the result could have been a lot different. So well done to him. 80,000 credits after tax. That's with a premium account. Pretty sure it was standard rounds fired all the way in that 10-minute game. Let's move on to game number 3 in this Tier 8 Extravaganza. This is from my old mate kainyn from GI Clan. I guess that's how you say it. kainyn from GI Clan. Now, kainyn, I think kainyn is coming from the North American server, and kainyn's running around in the T92. The T92 is the still had that. I still must have hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that, kainyn. kainyn from GI Clan in the T92. Now, the T92 is a premium American light tank. I've tried to make the map go bigger, not the game speed up. Now, kainyn from GI Clan is in the T92. Now, the T92 is the Tier 8 premium American tank. He's not from the North American server. I've just looked him up. He's from the Asian server. From a clan. GI is a Japanese clan, I believe. Now, anyway, here we go. What are we doing? This is the T92. Now, the T92 has got APCR as standard, 76mm gun, 150 damage, 175 penetration, 210 with heat rounds. Now, he's just copped a lot of attention from those enemy tanks. He's picked up a lot of assisted damage too, nearly 2,847 assisted damage. As well as putting out a couple of shots of damage himself. This is the attack, the assault mode, and have a look at the minimap. Yes, it's a Tier 10 game. Have a look at the minimap. Look at this. These guys are supposed to be attacking this thing, and of course, look, kainyn's doing the right thing and spotting the tanks, as is the T54. The T54 getting some good vision on that OHO, and probably the T30 up there. Looks like these tanks are slowly moving into position. There's an IS-3 there on the enemy team. They want to be getting rid of those two. 3 artillery pieces. They're winning 5-1 though, so maybe this is the right way to win an assault mode. It's been a while since I played an assault mode. Maybe I should do it again. Now, the T92 has been reasonably heavily criticised when it came out, but looks like kainyn likes it. He's got 2 marks of excellence on that gun barrel. Probably just for thinking that you came from the North American server. I'm thinking of somebody else with a similar name who sent me a replay once before. But kainyn, of course, plays on the Asia server, and is looking at getting vision on this team. It looks like the enemy team have camping the shit out of it as well. Jagdpanzer T30 ISU all right back here in that little triangle right at the back. kainyn says no worries, side shots in the T30, I'll take them all day long. The IS-3 picks up the kill, but he takes another couple of shots out of the Tier 9 American turreted tank destroyer. Struggling to see why this IS-3 is alive. Artillery picks up the kill on the GW Tiger at Tier 9, and that's 8-2. 5,556 hit points of damage. He just picked up 1,400 assisted damage on the FV4202. The FV4202 on the enemy team was camping back there and got absolute splattered by the FV215B183. Scores 10-4. This is an assault battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is an assault battle, and of course the assault battles only go for 10 minutes. So the emphasis is on getting it done nice and quickly and not camping. But nobody told this FV4202 driver back here not to camp. Of course, there's TDs. It looks like the TDs are starting to move forward now. Even Artie is starting to move forward on the edge of this ridgeline. This FV4202, though, he will not move. I'll be very interested to see how he goes. The score's 10-4. I think it's time to get off your perch, ladies and gentlemen, and move forward. 5 enemy tanks remaining. The Batchat at Tier 10. The Jagdpanzer E100 at Tier 10. Yeah, sure, they're big, strong, scary Tier 10 tank destroyers, but we've got 3 artilleries who can chip away at them. I still don't know what the campathon is all about. Jagdpanzer E100 is moving forward. kainyn finds the Waffenträger Panzer 4 at tier 9. That's a very lightly armoured German tank destroyer. Just picks up another 720 assisted damage. Decides to throw a round or two into him. The T92 HMC picks up the kill, gets another 700 assisted damage, and he'll be thinking this isn't too bad at all. 7,301 assisted damage in the T92. That's the, I guess, I know when the T92 first came out, some of the other community contributors were pretty critical of it. I didn't get much of a chance to test it because I was simply working, or my roster. I'm a shift worker, so sometimes testing tanks work, sometimes it doesn't. But look, that's probably the job of the super testers, I guess, to test more so than the community contributors. I think we're more about reviewing tanks rather than testing them. But anyway, moving right along, his team are really struggling to move forward. That FV4202's finally got off his perch. Only 4 minutes remaining, and his team are pinging the map like you wouldn't believe. He's certainly doing his job, and he asked the question, what do you want me to do? I'm spotting these tanks. What do you want me to do? Some of these tanks, like these guys are that far back, they wouldn't be able to see the Badger and the Jagdpanzer E100. They might be able to see the ISU 152, but nobody's getting vision on that tank. There's the Badger, possibly being lit by the Scorpion G. Now, that Scorpion G, or even the FV, but there you go, an artillery shell. 2 artillery shells go into the Badger, which is the right thing to do. Takes him down to 773 hit points. He's going to keep moving forward, looking for opportunities. Has he got shots on the Jag? He doesn't, but the Jag's certainly not aiming his way. He's in a bush. I'm not sure if that bush is going to help you too much, mate. I'll be getting behind that Badger if I were you, because the other remaining tanks are a long way behind. Puts a shot into the Badger. The Badger not interested in the light tank. The Badger more interested in getting on with his life and getting into the next game. Just 3 enemy tanks remaining. The M53, M55 tier 9 American artillery piece, which has just been spotted possibly by that FV, who's finally grown a set of balls and moving forward. Speaking of artilleries, that shot didn't get it, but he did pick up a little bit of assisted damage. People imploring him to go forward. No, move back. Stop. What are you going to do? Oh, that was right. He didn't want to shoot him. That's fair enough. He didn't shoot him. That's probably what that artillery driver's talking about. Now, he just saw that big American arty throw a shell towards something. He's down to 2 hit points. Not sure why he's not going for the kill. Probably a little bit concerned about that ISU 152. 1 kill to Gaijin from GI Clan. 14, there you go. There's the ISU 152. He doesn't want to get hit by that one. Still 3 enemy tanks remaining. 2 minutes to go. They need to get a move on. 13-5 is the score now. 1 kill, 1234, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. That's pretty cool. 7,500 assisted damage. There's the 2-minute siren. And which way is that ISU pointing? The ISU fires into the Scorpion G, and Gaijin says, "Hold my beer, I've got this." Puts 1 shell into the ISU, puts another shell into the ISU 152. FV215B 183 with the derp shell kills the Jagdpanzer E100, and we'll call that one a win all day long. Very, very good play by kainyn. Is that how you say it? I've got a feeling I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Kainyn, not Cajun. Kainyn from GI Clan. An ace tanker mastery badge. Spotter, fire for effect, patrol duty. That's how, if you're doing any light tank missions, that's the way to get it. An LT15 game. That's what he's talking about in the replay description. 1,551 damage, 1 kill, 1,431 base experience, 7,500 assisted damage. Nothing wrong with that at all. 9,000 combined. Plenty of credits too. 1,111 credits after tax. That's with a standard account. Premium would have been closer to 160. And he did have a personal mission payout for that as well. Not too bad at all. Very, very well done to kainyn from GI Clan. In Japan, I think, GI Clan comes from. Very, very good game. In the Premium American Light Tank, the T92. Heavily criticised T92, but I guess if in the right hands, you can make it work. And speaking about in the right hands, this is my old mate Thadeous. Thaddeus, no stranger to this channel. He looks like... your eyes do not deceive you, ladies and gentlemen. He has got a little bit of Batchat on that gun barrel. He's in the Batchat 12T. The Batchat 12T as opposed to the 25T. 12T is the Tier 8 French light tank, and it's a pretty groovy tank indeed. What's he on? Arctic region? No, Windstorm. It's the other one with the snow on the ground. Moves into the middle of the map looking for some vision for his team, and wants to find out where these tier 10 tanks are. Founds a T92A, puts a shell into him for 162 hit points, but he's no dummy. He's not gonna hang around and pick a fight that he can't win against that tier 10 Russian medium tank. Just 3 tier 10s on each team. Super Conqueror, T92A, and the Death Star on the enemy team. T110E5, Object 907, and the FE4 005. My old mate Jimmy's favourite tank, the other derp tank on Thadeous's team. Now Thadeous has platooned up with his old mate Doomseeker from 2AR clan. Thaddeus has been very active in 1AR and 2AR, helping out some new players, helping out with running training grounds, skirmishes, all that kind of jazz. And if you're thinking of getting on board a really groovy Aussie clan, 1AR, 2AR, and 1ARM are all recruiting, always all recruiting for the right people. You can see a couple of other 1AR players in this game. Maximus in his VK4502B, and Old Fool. I know every year that goes past, I think that's a name that probably describes me a little bit better as we all get older, I suppose. These Old Fool's in the Skoda T50, the tier 9. Auto-loading check tank, the medium. What are we going to do? And Dark Apprentice on the other team too. Watch out for him. His dodgy is a $3 note, that bloke. Anyway, here we go. 0 all's the score. Thadeous has put a critical hit into the Pershing, I think it was. T62A gets set on fire by, was that the T34? Doomseeker? I reckon it was, because it came up sort of an orangey colour, which, as far as I know, that means it's your platoon mate doing some damage. Let's have a look. We'll have a quick mouthful of coffee and we'll see what Thadeous can come up with. Two all's the score. Thadeous just biding his time in the middle of Windstorm, not Arctic region. It's like the Emil's going to move in on the T62A. Thadeous says, I'll help you. Got 3 shells. He's burning. Doesn't steal the kill. Good. Very sportsmanlike. Nearly puts a shot in the side of the T54 lightweight, but instead helps to get rid of the Pershing, which is even though it's a tier 8, you still got to get rid of him. And that is 4-2 is the score. Thadeous on 654 hit points of damage. Would have thought he would have got some assisted damage, but normally, who knows what happens. The T34 being driven by Doomseeker in the middle of the map is continuing to drive forward through that central part. Thadeous takes aim at the T49. I've been hoping for a tracking shot. Didn't quite track him, but he did take 184 hit points out of the big derp light tank. Dark Apprentice on the other team picks up the kill on the FE4 005, Jimmy's favourite tank, and Thadeous kicking back here. I know what he's thinking now. He's thinking, what would Stewie do? He's thinking, what would Stewie do? He's thinking, Stewie would probably die in a blaze of glory. I don't want to do that. So he pulls back the Emil 2. That Emil 2 is going to hurt, mate, if that shoots you. I'll tell you, I'll give you the mail right now. That Emil 2, one of those guns that just seems to keep on shooting. Now, Thadeous is an auto-loader as well. He's got 4 bullets in the clip. Looking at, there's a T34 there. He's thinking, I wouldn't mind getting a clip into the T34. Is the T34 shootable? No, he's not. That's why he's not shooting him. He's behind that little mound of dirt. Moves forward. 5-6 is a score. I don't know. Someone's put their carry pants on the enemy team. That T54E1 looks like he might be reloading. And of course, that's why the enemy team are looking his way. Thadeous puts a couple of shots, sets the Emil on fire, shoots him again. That's a good idea to try and get rid of that auto-loader. He's still burning. In the end, he gets the kill, but 2 or 3 other friendly tanks get taken out in that little skirmish. Thadeous picks up his first kill. 6-9 is the score. 2,101 damage. Nearly rolls it. Rolls it. We've all done that. Let's be honest. We've all done it. The T54E1 looking a little bit lonely out there. But I think Thadeous is probably talking to Doomseeker on TeamSpeak and saying, look, I could probably use a hand up here, old chap. Luckily for Thadeous, this is where light tanks really do come into their own. Lucky for Thadeous, he has most of his health left. Puts 2 shots. I'll be getting out of there. Oh, that was an HE round from the Super Conqueror. Not only did he damage his turret, damaged his ammo rack, damaged his driver, and also took half his health in one foul swoop. Super Conqueror Hopefully somebody kills that Super Conqueror, because that Super Conqueror is... Thadeous did the right thing, took him down to very low hit points, and Lorraine 155.51 picks up the kill. Doomseeker unfortunately got killed out there in the middle. The score's 8-11. What's he going to do to carry this one? I know he won't be giving up. That's one thing for sure. One thing, if I know one thing about Thadeous, he's not one of those players that says, this looks too hard, I'm going to drown myself, which we've all seen. We've all seen it. Bit of map pinging going on, because that's how you win games. You can see the Conqueror. That's Dark Apprentice. The Emil saying requesting fire on me old mate Dark Apprentice from 1AR clan in the Conqueror. I think he might have changed his name again by the time this video comes out. I'm not too sure. Thadeous, as I guess with every clan, he's probably thinking, rightio, Dark Apprentice, he's seen 1AR tags on me. He's probably thinking, yep, I want to kill him, because that's what clanmates do when they see people on the other side. He bounces that APCR shell from the Super Conqueror. Gee, I know what I'll be doing. If you're in a Batchat 12T and you bounce an APCR round from a Super Conqueror, get down to the newsagent and buy yourself a Tats Lotto ticket. That's all I can say. 10-11's a score as the Dark Apprentice goes down. Thaddeus sees the E75, doesn't pen the first shell, doesn't pen the second shell. At least the third one went through. Something pretty big just hit the E75, and Thadeous says, thank you very much, I'll grab that and give myself kill number 2. Even the scoreboard up, 11 apiece on Windstorm, not Arctic region, Windstorm, see? He's on a mission to spot and damage one artillery piece. Now, the artillery piece has already been spotted, but I'm not sure if he... Maybe Thad did it. I don't think he did. So I don't think he's going to get the mission, but he's certainly on track for a good game. 2,500 damage done. Exactly. Aiming towards that T54E1. T54E1... He never came back from that position. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. There's 2 enemy tanks last spotted up there. The VK45-02A. That's the weird-looking German Tier 8 heavy tank. There's also a T34. Now, okay, they're only Tier 8s, and the T54E1's a Tier 9, but he's only got 4 bullets in his clip. He can't do it all by himself. The Emil is down to 133 hit points. The Emil says, find the M4. Well, the M4 was last spotted in the city. Gives that advice to Thad. And that's probably not too bad advice. Is the T54E1 going to win that fight? He does. He gets rid of the VK45-02A. And for the first time in this game, Thad's team up by a tank. 12-11. 2,500 damage done. 242 assisted damage. I would have thought it was more, because he was spotting tanks. He was certainly doing his job as a light tank. Looking for the M4A1 Revelarisi, the ravioli tank, the one that I used to have a lot of trouble pronouncing, but I've been working on it. Don't take the piss out of me. Fucking hell. Anyway, the M4A1 Revelarisi hasn't been seen for a long time. Last spotted over here. Now, Thad will see that on his mini-map. Now, of course, that French premium Tier 8 medium tank does have a pretty punchy gun. Does it do 453 alpha damage? I don't think it'd be far off. 400 alpha damage. I reckon the M4A1's pulled back to the base. Alright. They're talking about it. Doomseeker and Thad both seem to think the T-34's on full hit points. I reckon I know that guy. That's Dino. Lord, I reckon I know him. I was in a clan with him a long time ago. Maybe like 100 years ago. But anyway, back to the game. Windstorm, not Arctic region. Thadeous from 1AR clan. It's in the Batchat 12T, the 4-shot auto-loading French light tank. Did I go through the gun numbers? He's only got standard rounds. 75mm, 170 damage and pen. There's that artillery. First shot, critical, hits the arty. Second shot does damage. Third shot misses. And the T54E1 confirms that kill. 13-11, up by 2 tanks now. Don't need to worry about turds getting dropped from the sky. And the Emil one, very good communication. Letting that's probably that message probably wasn't directed at Thadeous. He's sort of saying to the because they're all auto loaders. All 3 tanks, apart from the artillery, are all auto loaders. They say load up, hit that reload button. Now that M4A1 Revelarisi, he knows he's been spotted, puts a shot into Thad for 381 hit points. Now Thad is no dummy. He would have known that that's the kind of... he would have known that he wasn't a one-shot. But now that M4A1 Revelarisi down to 1,000 hit points. Help the 12T. Yep. In 13 seconds I will, says the artillery. Very good communication. You often don't see this. Normally, and I'm going by his ping, I don't know, is he playing on Singapore or is he playing on Australia? Who knows? But you don't often see this much communication on the Australian or the Asian server. You know, rightio, help the 12T. He's on low health and he's spotting these targets. There's the T34. The T34 looked AFK for a brief minute. Thad puts 3 shots into the Tier 8 Premium American Heavy Tank. Takes a reload because he knows at least one of those guns is going to be aiming his way. And on 72 hit points, he can't afford to take a risk. As he hides behind here, it's not that long a reload, the Batchat 12T. He's sort of double bushed, looking for the kill shot on the M41 Ravioli Revelarici. 14-11, just one tank left. It's my old mate Lord Dino from Rebel Clan in the American Heavy Tank. Oh yeah, that'll be saying, go on, poke out, go on, just a little bit further, and I'll have you. Or not. Went down a little ditch. Oh, I reckon he was thinking, oh, once he commits, I'll track him and then hopefully put three damaging rounds into him, which will take him down to, what, 500. Now, the Emil and the T54E1, both on very low hit points. But the T34 can only shoot one of them, and the reload is about 15 seconds. That looks like the T34. Let's look at the Tier 9 as... well, he's done his job, the T54E1. Very, very good game. And, of course, very good communication, too. Absolutely good, and really good to see. It's games like this that make me keep coming back. That was an absolute ripper from my old mate Thadeous from 1AR. He's aced the baby Batchat. Of course, the baby Batchat's a Tier 9, the TAP. The baby Batchat is the 12T. That's how I roll. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser Medal, Arsonist for setting... he set someone on fire. Gee, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? We'll work it out. Fire for Effect, Orlix Medal, and of course the Confederate Medal. Who did he set on fire? Was it the Emil? I reckon it was the Emil. Yeah, I reckon it was. Tops the score charts with 3,346 hit points of damage. 1349 base experience. Hats off. The Emil had a good game with just under 3,000, and the T54E1 just under 4,000 damage. They all really worked well together, and I'd hesitate to say it, but even the clicker worked well with hitting their F8 keys and letting each other know what their reload was, being all auto loaders plus an artillery. That was pretty well done. Dark Apprentice, bad luck, me old mate. Anyway, Thadeous from 1AR Clan. 34,000 credits after tax in that 12-minute game on Windstorm, not Arctic Region. I'm stewiejp. You're not. Thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like I've said in the past, I'm not doing as many videos these days, but games like this just makes me go, oh yeah! Take care. See you all next time.